I missed a night, man. Boy, last night was kind of a rough night. Let's go. Let's see if this is working. It looks good. Be streaming in high bitrate 4K on YouTube since it allows me to do that. I haven't streamed over YouTube lately, so this is sort of a little bit of an experiment. It's interesting when I'm doing the video gaming on one computer, but then the stream casting from the other, multicasting as it were. In this case, I'm not doing Kick. I kind of have just a little bit less of a GPU than I need to make that happen, unfortunately.
Contact! Merchant! Closing! Bearing! 1. Long
But
range.
it's able to sustain 2 4K streams, so that'll be cool. We're gonna pick up where we left off the other night, 2 nights ago, and yeah, see where this leads us. Alright. I can't remember. I remember getting into my theater, or, you know, area of operations. Let's look at the map. There's aircraft coming here. And then there's a contact out ahead of me somewhere. So...
Yes, sir. Man the flak gun. Yes, sir. Firing at will.
I'll get my crew on deck
Yes, sir.
on those AA guns in case these planes decide to, you know, initiate an attack. If they close in on me, my gunners will shoot it automatically. What I'm trying to decide here...
Closing! Bearing! 3, 5, 8. Long range.
Put a mark down where my sonar operator, passive sonar. Here's the contact. And then I'm going to use time compression to save a few minutes.
Contact!
Okay, I see what it is. He's...
Bearing! 5.
If you look at these two marks, I'll plot another mark about where he is now. He's kind of drawing from my right to my left, so I'm going to turn just a little bit, I don't know, maybe 350.
Yes, sir. New course. 3, 4.
Yes, sir.
I'll throttle up to full speed. Then we're going to go back to time compression.
Contact! War sharing. Closing. Bearing. 1, 0. Long range.
Where was that? I thought he called out a warship bearing 10. Anyway, I'm going to plot from my first mark through my second across where he is now. I think he's going to come through here. Oh, it's a convoy. I didn't know. Big, big, big targets here. This could be fun. And then what I do is from the middle of this plot, where I project the middle of this formation to be, I want my 1 nautical mile circle. Then I also want to measure the range. They're about 6 miles away, so I'm hoping to get into this circle before I have to submerge. What kind of seas are we in here? First of all, for some reason I have a periscope up right now. I'll command that to come down. That makes you more visible at distance. This is still early war. What date today here? February 18 of 1942. So we've been at war for just over 2 months, since December 7. And we have not yet cut the bridge down, which is something that we did to our submarines, you know, as very early in the war, just to make them harder to spot. When they first built these submarines, which you're seeing here on screen, they were designed to be in the company of, you know, carriers and battleships, cruisers, destroyers. They weren't meant to do the role that they found themselves in. They're effectively conducting sneak attacks, not part of fleet actions. Now, if you're a part of fleet actions, it's okay to have your bridge look like this big, heavy chunk of steel just sticking up out of the water. But they had to remove some steel here and reduce the visual profile of these things as the war progressed, and the realization.
Torpedo in the water.
Why is it shooting? What the heck? I'm hitting the wrong key. Which torpedo tube did I just jettison? That fired off 2 of my torpedoes. No, fuck that. I'm gonna reload. That's the one thing I do hate about this game, is firing the torpedo is the enter key. It's like, what? Who needs that quick of an access to it, that you couldn't have it be the F to fire, or, you know, G to fire, some other key. I'll get locked in again. I haven't really played this game in a long time. Other than, you know, the other night. Kind of being a slow loader. Okay, had 350 at flank speed.
Course 349. Head flank.
And I already know I can just kind of plot a line. And I can be more exact a little later, but just for right now, this is going to get me navigationally where I need to be.
Contact. Merchant. Closing. Bearing 70. Long range.
Okay, let's turn off time compression for the time being.
Bearing 77.
I'm going to probably want to be in this area when I commence my attack.
Contact. Merchant.
Oh, big ass convoy.
0. Long range.
Bearing 237 long range.
Alright, periscope
Yes,
depth.
sir. Periscope depth.
And we'll just go 2/3 ahead underwater here and just kind of creep the rest of the way into position.
Single contact. Bearing 23.
Why am I getting radar contact still? Am I not fully submerged yet? Again, let's bring the periscope down. Kind of forgot about that.
Contact. Merchant.
Yes, sir.
I'll stop. I think I'm in a good spot here.
Long range.
They're way out there. I'll come drifting to a stop underwater. You know what I'm actually going to do? I wish this game let me pull up the recognition manual here, but I doubt I'll hit it. I'm going to see if there is a large modern tanker at 10,000 tons. Why am I'm still down a torpedo? I didn't fire that one, did I? Let's look at this a minute. Oh. I'm kind of out of torpedoes. Okay, I see what's going on here. Got my inventory. I still got the rear tubes. There's 6 of them back there. 5 in front. I think I'm going to be able to set myself up to attack out of the front and the rear of this boat pretty readily. So they're east of me, moving from east to west, and I'm facing north, so they're going to cross the T right in front of me. And some of them look like they're going to pass behind me too. So here at periscope depth, I'm going to be able to fire off the rear and, you know, dump 4 torpedoes into hopefully a big target out there, and then also in front. But what I like to do, let's get the torpedoes set up for this. I'm running about 4 to 6 feet too deep. So if I want to be 2 feet under it, the difference is 4 feet. So I take this draft 20.2. I want to put these torpedoes depth at 24.2, maybe 25. They'll run deep, go underneath these ships, and then the magnetic influence exploder will fire off the torpedo underneath of the ship, which is ideal. To actually slam a ship with torpedoes is a little bit less advantageous. The kinetic damage of an explosion is appreciable, but nowhere near as much damage as is caused to a ship when you explode underneath of it, because it replaces that water with those expanding explosive gases. And so there's no displacement of water in that location. And it has the effect of putting the ship up on two sawhorses, because the bow and the stern will be held up by water displacement, but there'll be an air pocket in the middle. And the ship will break in the middle and fall into that air pocket and split in half. It does way more damage, puts way more stress on the structure of the ship to do that, which is why they built the torpedoes to have that capability. So for my bow tubes, 24.2 will be my running depth. Contact and influence. We'll go low speed. Anytime you're using the magnetic influence, I'm going to be so close range when this attack ensues that I'd be able to use the high speed torpedoes. But they don't linger at that speed. They don't linger underneath in time long enough to fire a magnetic influence torpedo. You want it to kind of linger underneath or be passing by real slow. So we'll keep it on slow speed for this tactic. We'll set up 24 feet for these 3 torpedoes, which would be ideal for a big tanker, and we can make an adjustment later just for right now. And then for these last 2 torpedoes out of tubes 5 and 6, we're going to go contact only, high speed, at about half of that depth, about 12.5. I'm going to go 13.5 feet. High speed contact pistol. Okay, excellent. Again, I have a lot of time to kind of get my ship set up for this attack. They're way too far away for me to attack now. They're way out to the east. They're westbound. They're coming to me. I'll have time to reposition. On the off chance that I don't have time to do any calculations whatsoever, I'm just going to imagine they're going to be 20 degrees off my right bow, so I'll be 20 degrees ahead of their left beam. In other words, 70 degrees on their relative port side. I'm going to plug in, I'm going to set a range of, I'll bet they'll be close, 500 meters. You can see it put the range of 500 meters in. And then I'm going to plug in that their speed is probably nominally, it can be anywhere from 7 to 12. I'm going to plug in 9 knots. It's pretty typical of a formation like this. And I'm going to just do some experimenting here. Oh, that's more like it. I'm still going to have a range of 500, but they'll probably be closer. At these, I mean, I'm going to be able to point blank these guys. Literally, they're going to be 10 degrees off my right bow when I take these shots. That gives me a little bit of leeway to make some corrections. This is a good default attack. The way that I've set up the gyro angles on the torpedoes, the position of my submarine compared to where which is on the bottom, relative to where their ship is, which is represented up here on the top. This torpedo data computer was an amazing invention. It was an electromechanical computer before transistors and computer science as we know it today. And I know of one of these that has been restored to full operational order right here on the USS Silverside. It's in Muskegon, Michigan, which isn't very far from here. I live very, very close. And I've toured the ship. It's a national monument, and it's a museum. You can go there and, you know, it's an indoor museum. I don't, you know, 365. The warmer months, you can actually go through the submarine. It's fascinating. It's so cool. That's a Gato class submarine, by the way. I'm on board a GAR. In fact, I'm on board the GAR. So, okay, cool. I'm ready. Now I'm just going to go ahead and look at the plot board and let my sonar operators keep me updated on things. I'm going to kind of look through and make sure I don't have anything crazy going on. I don't want to rig for silent running just yet, but pretty soon I'm going to want to. So the crew isn't wandering around the ship changing light bulbs and making noise. Okay, I'm going to pause it here for a minute. And you can see that I'm kind of on the south half of the look at those beauties. I'm kind of smack in the middle of these guys. Let's go check them out. It's not a huge convoy, but it's fun to look around. There's one of the destroyer escorts. It doesn't really look, that's a, you know, basically, this is just a real basic formation. There's nothing huge here. These are all small to medium ships. There's a couple biggies in here. So, having cheated and gone through and looked at all these ships, I pretty much figured out there's nothing with any major tonnage here, but let's go for silent running because they're starting to get close.
Rig for silent running.
Your crew tire faster when you're under silent running. It's more stressful. I'm at 64 speed compression and they're really barely making it on top of me. If you look behind me right now, there's a destroyer really close, but he hasn't figured me out yet. It's super tempting to smack him with a stern tube. He's just going so slow. I'm not hearing the heterodyne of his sonar, so he's not even pinging. What a 64 speed here. They are going slow. Alright, so this is interesting. Right now, I've got to mount an attack. So let's look ahead to the right here. Alright, I'm gonna bring this down. I've had a peek at him. Let's go to the recognition manual and try to figure out what type of ship that is. He's got, from the side angle, you would see 5. It's not going to be a tanker. This is probably it. That's it. That's the ship I just saw. The draft is identical. This is a large modern composite freighter. So let's bring up the periscope. We do have time to do a standard track on him. Oh my god, he's close. He's still 45 degrees to the right, so I do have time to do what needs to be done here. Okay, large modern composite. I don't need to do anything with torpedoes. Let's get... Oh, dang it, lost him. There we go. And probably, since he's at 40 degrees that way, minus 40 is probably about, probably 40 off of his left, too. I'm going to say it like this, 50 relative. Gosh dang it. Which button do I push to get that stopwatch back? Meanwhile, we'll keep plugging in refresh data. What does this stopwatch say? He says he's doing 10 knots, and that's believable. Let's start. This is what was the miracle of the torpedo data computer. It continuously updates itself and communicates these settings to the torpedoes in the tubes and keeps them constantly adjusted. Yeah, they're going a lot faster than I had thought originally. I'm going to put 9. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to plug in 10. Fire. I got to open some tubes. Sitting here waiting for the damn torpedo tubes. This one I'll tune at 9. This one I'll tune at 11. We'll tune at 10 knots for this torpedo. I hear their alarms going off. They know about me. We'll unlock him. Oh, golly. Well, I'll plug in a range there at about 300. I'm on his starboard side, about dead even. His speed will also be about 10. Fire. This one I'll plug in at speed 8. Dang it, what am I hitting? Go back to go to the observation periscope, and let's go look at our dirty work here, see what we get. Actually, I want to watch this way. Did I miss all these torpedoes on all these various ships? This one right here should have been hit by now if I'd have computed it right. How did I possibly miss? So all those torpedoes miss. How? Point blank shooting.
Yes, sir. Ahead full. Yes, sir. New depth. 1, 2, 4.
Yeah. There's planes in the area. They've missed.
Current depth 80.
We'll get down a little bit. I'm not liking it that these torpedoes missed. How could they have possibly missed? I should have taken a look at my
Current
ranges.
depth 100.
That is so disappointing. What have I done on this war patrol, by the way? Should I just go back home? I've already got some good sinking. I know that 2 days ago when I played this here, I sunk an 18,000 tonner. This is already a good war patrol. I think what I might do is just, you know, RTB.
Current depth 120.
Yeah, let's go south.
Yes, sir. New course. Yes, 179. Torpedo miss, sir.
I'll go down to depth of 250. Well, 200 should
Yes,
be
sir.
enough.
New depth. 201. Torpedo miss, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll secure from silent running.
Current depth 140.
Contact. Warship. Closing. Bearing. 210. Medium range. Contact. Virgil.
Current
Distance.
depth. Wiring 640.
Medium range.
I'm listening for it.
Past thermal layer.
There, we're past the thermal layer.
Depth 180.
We use time compression here for a minute. And then
Yes, sir. Head 130.
Yes, sir.
New depth 25.
we'll go a little deeper to 250 feet. What's on top of me here? There's a destroyer right there. If I can see him. Yeah, there he is. Oh my goodness. Where's his stern?
Current depth 220.
He's kind of reversing. He knows I'm here, but he's not real sure. I'm watching for the splashes of depth charges. You can physically just see them through your periscope, which is kind of cool. But if I see the depth charges, I'll just go to flank speed and try to get out from under them as best I can. That's the bow of my ship, so he's kind of out ahead of me. Can turn off the torpedo data computers.
240.
Alright, we're pretty much clear here. Let's try to sneak away to the south.
Torpedo miss, sir.
We could reload and come back. Let me look at the torpedo situation. I just got a couple of sterns. I'm gonna head home. I've had a good enough round. I hear the frickin' stopwatch is still going. Hang on. There. God, that's annoying. Alright. If I had enough torpedoes, I'd surface, reload, do an end around, and attack him again, but that sucks. Or I could just reload if I really wanted to. Why don't I do that? Let's try to have a more successful attack this time. I'm just simply going to reload. Because why not? I'm just playing for fun. Back in the day when I played this game for full realism, you know, for the real challenge of it, I would simply play it through. God, you just did your first run in Call of Duty Battle Royale with VR. I can't stand VR. I think the whole notion of it is silly, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. The graphics suck. They just can't give you the same graphics a 4K can. But it's probably better than an HD.
Yes, sir.
Merchant.
Long range. New course 348. Ahead flank.
Let's put a marker down. Try this attack again. Hi, buddy. This dog is being obnoxious. Just before I started streaming, I took him out. He acted all like he had to go out, and then he didn't do anything when he was out there. He sniffed around a little bit.
Signal contact.
Alright, now I see them here. I'm gonna connect a line from here to here. But that's freaking cool, though, that you're liking VR. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of turning my head and seeing stuff that's over there. I think VRs underperform. If I had one, I might actually like it. You never know, you know? I mean, it's kind of a don't knock it till you try it kind of thing, really, if you think about it. Okay, we're gonna go periscope depth.
Closing. Third. Bearing.
Contact. Warship. Closing.
0.
Bearing. 8.
I'll turn straight north. Stop here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you know what?
Contact. Warship.
I had,
Bearing.
I saw airplane fly by, which means I have a periscope up. It's down now. I went too far. Let's go in reverse. Go reverse 2/3.
Back standard.
Yes, sir.
Now I gotta go to silent running.
Rig for silent running.
Keep reversing it. Alright, I'll stop.
I'll stop.
It's a blinking message for me. I've done research on it. And it can cause problems for people. Health problems. I think they tell you in their documentation not to use VR for more than 15 minutes at a time. And the weight of this thing, there's just no way. I mean, I'm even sick of, I've only been streaming for 40 minutes and I'm already sick of the weight of this thing on my head. For this game, I might actually go to desktop speakers. Part of it is, I don't know how much my microphone would pick up. So, yeah, VR is a hard sell for me. I know I've had this conversation quite frequently with my friend Brandon. Okay, so let's go like this. Recognition guide. I'm actually gonna, while I browse through here, stop the time compression, kind of pausing the game basically, because I want time to work on this. I want this attack to succeed. Okay, large modern composite freighter. I wonder if I used my hydrophones, if I can bring that up. No, I can't. Let's get something in the computer here briefly. Where is he? To the right. So we'll lock that target. Do this, this, this. That, what is he? 40 degrees, that'd be 50 here. No, 40 here. I'm going to predict a speed at 10 knots. I got to go here, get this back up, let that start running. Measure his distance one more time. 30, so he's probably 60 by now. Got him at 9 knots. And start tracking. Doggone, I forgot to do that. Let's take one more set of measurements, just to be sure. It's 30, so that's definitely 60. 8 knots. I'm gonna go 8.5 to be safe. Periscope down. Let's get set up to attack him. This draft is 24.6. So let's open 5 torpedo tubes. We'll go 19 feet here.
Firing to 1. Torpedo in the water.
19 feet here.
Firing to 3. Torpedo in the water.
19 feet here.
4. Torpedo in the water. Firing to 5.
This one will go 12 feet. Contact, high speed.
Firing to 6. Torpedo in the water.
Oh, look at those. Now I see my torpedoes, and they're on target. Oh, hell yeah. Let's just see if these go off like they're supposed to.
Torpedo impact.
Yep, that one did it. That one got him. This one's on target. Oh, this is a good torque drop. And finally, this guy's just getting pounded. I hit him with 5 torpedoes. He should founder. We'll give him some time. Anyway, I hope I don't get hit. There's a ship point blank there. Holy cow. Is he gonna hit me? Oh, that's so close. Alright. I mean, gosh. He's close. Let's see what's behind me. Let's look 180-ish. See if I can do any damage to those stern tubes. What type of ship is that?
6. Medium range.
He's going away from me. Look how close he is. He's about rammed me. That ship is going to founder. He's going so slow with all that damage. I can come back and finish him anyways if I need to. There's a destroyer out there working his way over here. There's another one, exact same ship. Let's go look at him. Let's go to these rear torpedo tubes and get them all open. Not him. This is the ship of interest. It's a large modern composite freighter again. Okay. We got that in there. His range. This will be close enough. I got to get some rough figures dialed in. Probably about like this on him. He's probably also doing that speed. Start position keeping on him. 180. What is he doing? That's probably about right. Let's start timing him. Hi, buddy. Meanwhile, I'll go to torpedo settings. What was I using before? About 20-ish? These two I'll run at 12. High-speed contact pistol. Okay, so that's good. What did I clock him at? 4 knots. He slowed way down. Okay, so let's take some more readings. Probably about like that now. See the position keeper, how that looks. 6 knots. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Speed of 7 knots. We can stop that.
527. 529. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in
And
the
then
water.
speed of about, 5.5.
528. 5210. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
Go to silent running, I'm already there. We'll go 1/3 speed. We'll dive away to 250 feet of depth.
New depth. 252.
And the Death Destroyer is close. Let's go find my fishies. I kind of overestimated his speed. I can see that those 2 torpedoes are running out in front of him. But we'll see. We got 4 fish in the water. Let's go get them.
100. Current depth 120.
This is going to be a hit, definite. This is going to hit above the keel, maybe? No, it's going to hit below the keel. There's my other fish.
Current depth 160.
Oh my god! Oh, that was the second torpedo hit. That's what it is.
Thermal layer. Current depth 180.
So my submarine is diving away. Directly above me, I've got a ship. Might have been trying to ram me.
Current depth 20.
There's my bow. There's my stern. Let's look right up astern. Oh, another torpedo hit. Oh, I'm getting pinged. Alright. I'll leave my observation periscope off the stern. Let's turn off the torpedo data computer. It's got no reason to be calculating firing solutions. Let's look at my torpedo inventory. I got 2 reloads waiting for me to end silent running. You can't reload torpedoes when you're silent running. That makes a lot of noise. And the way that ship's up here... Oh, he's right over the top of me, look. Better watch him. Where's he relative to my stern? Behind to my right? He knows I'm in this area, but he's not sure where. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Hard to port. Yes,
That's a depth charge. He's dropping cans in the water, so I'm going to go hard to port. Flank speed here.
current depth 240.
Hello, flank speed.
Yes, sir. Ahead flank. Ahead flank.
I don't know where those... There they are. Missed just astern. That one was closer. Do any damage? No, nothing's damaged. No damage reports.
Yes, sir. Rudder. Yes, sir. Rudder. Ahead 1/3.
I don't know where those are, but they're missing. Alright, so the little black spikes are sound contacts or merchant ships. I'll leave these marks here, because I might come back to get the stricken ships. I did get the one. The other one is stricken, though. That one that I hit to my stern, and he's located... I don't know. I'm just going to put a mark down here. It'll let me take my pencil tool. Let's turn to the east.
Yes, sir. New course. 90. Yes, sir.
I'll use time compression. Right now I'm not in threat. They're to my south, so let me turn north.
Yes, sir.
They think I'm over here to the south, right near that mark.
Yes, sir.
And that kind of tells me there's probably a ship there. Let me listen. That's the warship. I know to my right, slightly behind, there's 2 of them there. Gosh dang it, I hate... I'm trying to get it where I can see that little green light. I don't know why it's not just in view. That's the merchant and possibly the one that I hit. He's still carrying pretty good rotations on the screw, so he's got speed. And you can see the gyro compass repeaters showing me turning to the left. So that warship is just kind of patrolling around about 210 degrees. Alright, that's good enough. I'm going to escape to the north, surface, finish reloading the stern tubes. I'm going to come up to periscope depth. I want to raise my observation periscope and have a look around. I still haven't secured from silent running yet, though. So I haven't begun to reload the torpedoes. There's that destroyer. There's the damaged ship there. About 260, still heading west, so he's carrying some speed. They have aircraft out there now, or no, that's a ship. Alright, so what I need to do... is move this mark probably out in this area. Move this plot line down here. Now connecting the two locations that I had a pretty good fix on these guys. Let's go, oh, maybe northwest. Let's hit about 300 degrees.
Yes, sir. New course 296. Yes, sir. New course 300.
And I'll work my way out into this area. What I aim to do... get about 6.5 miles away. Should be able to surface from there, especially if those destroyers loiter in this area. They won't see me when I surface to reload. And I'll extend this line way out. It's interesting that that convoy is going to pass this area. You can look on my old plots. You can see these are ships that I sunk earlier, so this is a pretty busy little sector. I'll have to kind of remember that. It's about 138 east. What would that be? 33 north. I'll go check on the dog after this mission too. I gotta watch the time. I'm not worried about stream time tonight. I started late. I had a really super busy day. I was busy yesterday too and skipped streaming. I'm like, you know what? No, I gotta have my game time. Especially because I really like this. This is fun. So one warship stayed behind. This is actually a very realistic Japanese destroyer. The American destroyers did it too, but a very common tactic was when you knew there was a submarine operating in an area and you got them to submerge, they can't go very fast underwater, and they definitely can't go very fast without giving themselves away. Even nominal speed is audible. I'm going to secure from silent running here.
Yes, sir.
And in fact, geez, look at this. I wish you could just clear your plots. Wish there was a command just to, erase your plot board. Because I want my next waypoint to be about here. then I'm going to follow my original plot in parallel. I'm going to shadow him a little bit. It's 5:22 p.m. local time, which means darkness will be here soon. And I'll be able to operate on the surface at that point. I'll erase these other two. Those are just random patrol points. So now my navigator knows where I want to go. I can go do it. I'm cruising along at periscope depth. There's no reason to be any deeper than that. Alright. I'm going to put up the observation periscope just to see if it sees anything. It doesn't, so I'll surface, back to time compression.
Contact. Bearing 182. Long range. Single contact. Bearing 10.
I'll go to full speed.
Long range.
The other thing is, now that I'm surfaced, I'll also start to recharge the batteries. I have 2 torpedoes left, but I also have my deck guns. One thing that I did not make a note of, let me do this a minute. I'm going to save game as attack. Just in case I screw the pooch here, I can just come back to this checkpoint.
Contact.
A ship sunk here.
Bearing 32.
And when it's a gray ship, it's... This is weird. Did it give me credit for any of this? Man, I got a lot of tonnage here.
Single contact. Bearing.
So I'm plodding along at 19 knots, which is really super fast. Time is flying. It's almost 8 o'clock local time. It won't be dark out, though. I do have a periscope up. I'm going to put that down.
Single contact. Bearing.
You know what I want to do now, also, is I want to correct my plot. I can kind of see that this plot is a little bit further north than where he's probably actually at. Which means I can probably move this down a little bit more to the south also. Don't want to get too far away.
Single contact. Warship. Bearing. 3. Bearing. 2. Long range. 0.
Now, these airplanes keep flying over me, just on the off chance that one starts an attack, because that one is coming right at me. You can see it on the map. Oh, yep, he's after me. Which direction is he? That's the bow of my ship. He's to the north. Okay. This direction somewhere. There's a mark on my screen. Starting to get hungry. That might be the dog's problem. He's probably really hungry. I worked that dog out big time today, boy. I took him up to the park and I ran. It was 70 degrees out here. It's unbelievably warm. So this thing's coming back at me.
Aircraft spotted.
Gauge the target.
Man the flak gun.
Thought I already told you to man the flak gun.
Firing at will. Yes, sir. Firing at long range. Yes, sir. Firing at will.
It's kind of coming at me from behind to the right.
Yes, sir.
Trying to find that wounded ship. There he is. Whoa! Enemy unit destroyed. Was that the airplane? Yep. It was an A6M20. Get this crap out of my way so I can see that. I see this guy. I heard the explosion to the right. Well, my gunners took care of him. Still making 19 knots at full speed. I think the healthy ships in that convoy are straight south of me, and I think what I'm seeing over here to the southeast... Come here, buddy. Come here. Come say hi to the stream. Oh yeah, such a good boy. This is Jet. He's my pal. He's a good boy. German Shepherd. But you wouldn't know it by looking at him. Oh, you've been licking yourself. He gets these hot spots. I don't know why I should give him his medicine. He goes away from people when he wants to sit and self-mutilate. The dog is psyched out. Lay down in your bed. I'll take you out in a little bit. I'm also going to treat that spot. He'd been good for about 2 weeks. In fact, my niece has been in Florida a very long time. She's coming back tomorrow. I think I'm going to continue. Hey, get back here. Come here. Bed. Bed right now. Right here. Lay down. Stay. The reason he wants to get out of my sight is because he wants to go self-mutilate. He's frustrated.
Single contact.
And I don't know why. We had a great day today, man. We had so much fun at the park. He's smiling. He's happy. So we can't tell. She's taking him to a vet when she gets back to Michigan. And well, she actually lives in Chicago, Illinois. Let's go to time compression. Maybe further out.
Single contact. Bearing.
I'm going to go south here.
0.
7.
Long range.
Yes, sir.
And maybe a little left of that. We'll go maybe 170-ish. Let me go to periscope depth. How far away am I from their course line? I'm about 4.5 miles out, but that's okay. I don't mind letting this main group pass. I want to go finish off that stricken ship, but he's got a destroyer with him. So I can't surface and use my deck gun on him, but I have 2 torpedoes left. And let's go look at that again. 24.6. American torpedoes early in the war had that terrible defect where they ran deep, so I could probably run, you know, about 20, 21 feet and still get below him with the magnetic influence torpedoes. He might be deeper in the water than that, so for the second torpedo, I'll run that out there at 12 feet. Fast speed, contact pistol only. Well, this is my last 2 torpedoes. I'm going to try to finish the job. And I should, yeah, I'm submerging. That is just so amazing that we built these submarines. Yeah, I'm on electric motors, obviously. We're underwater. Look how much battery I have left. Yeah, a little, what is that, 79 out of 100?
0. Yes, sir. Ahead 1/3.
I'm going to go to depth 250.
New depth 252.
Because I want to, you know, sneak in
0.
underneath these guys if I can. There's a destroyer under time compression. You can see he's kind of straight east of me now. Oh, this is an old ship marker, isn't it? Yeah, it is. There we go. This line here that you see is the destroyer that broke away from the rest of the group here. This convoy's out here. 2 of them stayed with the convoy. 1 of them stayed back with the stricken ship to help defend it. And there he is.
Contact. Merchant. Closing.
Let me put a mark on him because he's my target. And in the meantime, let me start erasing some of these other doodles. just to clean up my plot board. And I think he's on a heading about like this. And again, I kind of want to... He's probably going to be about where all these guys are, so this would be a good spot for me. Within a mile of that. If I can, I'm going to cross this plot line facing southeast and get south of this plot line, because that'll leave my stern tubes facing north, where I think that stricken ship is going to go. But it also puts me south of this plot line where his accompanying destroyers kind of also patrolling. So I'll decide later what to do about that when I see more about where this guy's going to go, because I might want to actually just turn around and head back north. I'll probably have time to do that and use my south-facing stern tubes to attack that merchant that's at the end of this little black line indicator. Which is what I'm going to do. He's very slow. I'm also very close. If you look to the right, my ship marker, you can see right there that that's an escort destroyer. But he's a long ways from me, and he doesn't know I'm down here. I'm very, very deep. Well, not too terribly deep. 250 feet's not really all that deep. It is by American standards, but not by submarine standards. The Germans always went much deeper, mainly because their ships could. But it's deep enough that I'm below the thermocline, so they're not going to be able to ping me. Okay, excellent. Let's turn around and head north.
Yes, sir. New course. 3, 5. Yes, sir.
And I'll also go up to periscope depth. Stop. Let's turn just a little bit west of north. Whatever. 325, 335, 345, somewhere in there. This ship's gonna pass me point blank. Let's resave. Attack. I have no idea why he just... I've had him for 2 weeks. I have no idea why he just now started that self-mutilation. It's a big problem. It's a long-standing problem with this dog. But we don't know if it's psychological or if he has a skin allergy, and he's due for his allergy pill tonight. I give that to him at nighttime, so when he's sleeping, be there for him. Let's resume.
Contact. Warship. Closing. Bearing. 148. Long range.
Let this little black line from the east draw closer. He is moving slow. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the periscope. He's going to be behind me. 135 is where I'll look first. Behind to the right. A night submerged attack. Let me open these torpedo tubes, by the way. So, tubes 7 and 9 are open. Where are you, you little stinker? Ah, there you are. I can't believe that thing is down by the bow and he's still making headway. It's like, what? So, it's going to be tough to time this guy. He'll be going slow. Let's plug this identification into the torpedo data computer, though. That's that large modern composite. It's going to be difficult to judge range. 2,500, is that jibe? It's about right. It's actually a little farther than that. Gotta remember, The thing is half in the water, so I probably have to use the statometer and measure just a little bit higher than usual. I am currently ahead to his right. Getting at 120. Probably 35 degrees, roughly. He's probably only making 3 knots. So I'll plug that in until I have an opportunity to clock him. What am I hitting the wrong button? I am, aren't I? There we go. Let's take another set of readings on him. 2800 seems more right. Probably that's a little long. Let's time him for about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. I'm standing to at 0 knots.
Yes, sir. Rudder. Yes, sir.
Rudder shows 3 degrees to port, so I'll just command it to go midships. It's really kind of stuck on 3 degrees to port at the moment. Okay, I might have a good clock on him now. Let's see what we got. He ain't doing no 17 knots. Get out. How does it even get it that wrong? Eight knots? No, I don't think so. And it's really, really super hard in the darkness. Out there quite a ways. Let me go reverse here.
Yes, sir. Backstander.
Let's get closer. Range have we got here? 1.2 nautical miles. That's maybe 2,400 yards. So I'm really close on my range estimate. About 50. It's probably getting to be about here. Plug in 5 knots. That's awesome. That's what the clock has him at, too. Okay, I'm gonna go listen. There's the merchant. That's my screws. There's no destroyer here. I'm gonna raise the observation periscope. I don't see a gun on the back of that thing. We'll lower the periscopes here. And let's get myself within a radius. About 1,000 yards now, and I'm still kind of closing. I'll use a little time compression here. Let me get rid of that ticking. Well, we can keep that going, I guess. This is going to be a point-blank shot. And you know what else I want to do? Go impact only. There's no way to judge how low I'd have to go, how deep with the torpedoes to... I'm obviously not going to break this thing in half. I got to just do kinetic damage to it. So for these 2 torpedoes, I can probably afford to go pretty deep. I'll go 17. High-speed contact pistol there. This one I'll leave alone at about 12 feet. That tube is still open.
Contact. Warship. Moving away. Bearing 247. Long range.
There's my guy. We're going to be close to him. There he is. Was off by about 300 yards on the range. Probably still about here with him. It's making 5 knots. That is a good, steady 5 knots. Okay. We'll do a little time compression here again. Okay, we're at a point where I'm going to take one more set of readings from really, really close. The torpedo's gonna... You want to wait. You want the torpedo to not have to go and then turn. And right now that torpedo is going to come. You can see this little white arrow here. Pretty much straight off the stern. Let's see if we've got this information correct. This will probably be final readings. Yeah, it was fairly accurate. Looks like I overestimated his speed a little bit. At this point, 30, so he'll be 60 degrees relative. Clocked him at 4 knots. So what I'm actually going to do is fire one torpedo at 4.5 and another torpedo at 3.5. Let's bring this up and cancel it. And then what I like to do, just because I'm streaming, is just go watch the fish. Bam! That's a hit. The other one's gonna hit right in that same spot. Just a little deeper. I mean, this thing is just been taking torpedoes. That's...
Yes, sir. Below ballast.
Blow ballast.
Yes, sir. Hard starboard.
Ahead
slow.
standard. Hard right rudder. I want to get going with the deck gun. Oh, enemy unit destroyed. Never mind that.
Yes, sir.
Ahead 2/3,
Ahead
midships.
slow.
We're all done, man.
Yes, sir.
We're out of torpedoes. What a war patrol this has been. An 18,000 tonner, 7,000 tonner, a 5,000 tonner, another 7,000 tonner, another 7,000 tonner, and one aircraft shot down. Pretty good day at the office. Alright, so we can erase all the doodles. Doesn't hurt for them to be there. I'm basically going back to base at this point. So let's grab that plot. I gotta go here, here. We'll do a refit at midway. want to make sure I didn't just plot a course right through an island somewhere. How much diesel do I have left? You know what? It's weird. This thing burns diesel like crazy at standard speed or faster, but at 2/3 speed, seems to not really consume anything. So let me do a save game. I'm not patrolling right now, but we'll save it as patrol. What time is it? Getting on to midnight. Let's double check, make sure I'm not cruising around with these guys on silent running. Battery's full. There's a message waiting for me. Reporting the position of a task force. Hey man, I've got nothing left. I have fired off every torpedo I disembarked with. Or embarked on this journey with. Now I gotta go. Gotta go home. And then I'll take a break. Is it going to be midnight by then? I'm going to do one more war patrol, or at least start one. But I got to give the doggy a romp. Hang on a minute. Frickin' airplanes. So let me go...
Yes, sir. Man the flak gun.
Oh man, the flak gun. I'll give my men orders to attack only closing aircraft. So if they turn to attack, my crew will engage. And other than that, I'm just going to ignore the damn plane. So you'll be diving, hiding from them all day. That one was shot down. Look at what a pest these things are. That one shot down. What am I shooting down, by the way? Let's go look at the report. Another 0 and a G4M Betty. Let's look at damage reports. They did not damage the ship or kill any crew. So let me save game as patrol. Just another save point, because one of these stupid nagging ass planes does some damage or kills some crew members.
Single contact.
Then I will just look at all these planes.
Yes, sir. We're under attack,
Damage,
sir.
sir.
They did damage.
Pressure hull damaged. Compressor damaged. Pumps damaged.
They're doing big damage to me. Good thing I saved it. Because you know what? That is just such a nuisance. I'm just going to simply reload the game at my little save point. Maybe I'll dive away until I get out of this area. The planes have gotten thick here. It's just a nuisance. If the planes are patrolling an area that wasn't out in the middle of the Pacific, just not even any land bases nearby, it's just this game the AI just drops these planes in there. If they were, patrolling an area around ships, anything would make more sense, but as fun as this game is, that is just kind of one of its imperfections, and it's pissing me off.
Yes, sir.
Crew's okay, no damage. What time is it? About 3 in the afternoon, local time. Let's dive. Let's just go down to 100 feet.
New depth. 1, 0, 0. Head standard.
I'll command standard speed until I get some depth here. Then I'll command 1/3 to save battery. We'll sail submerged during the daytime. We'll surface at night,
Service the boat.
recharge batteries, and make good time.
Ahead slow. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can see the fuels coming down. And the navigator have it return to course. I think we're good to go. I don't think I'm going to have to dive away to hide from air patrols at this point. I'm a long way from mainland Japan, thank God. New news received. What is new? What did we hear? Franklin Delano Roosevelt orders United States forces out of the Philippines. MacArthur vows to return. February 22nd, 1942.
New message received.
You stay. Confirmed Japanese submarine attack on U.S. coast. Attack fails to do damage to Santa Barbara target. Yeah, this will be a good time to return to port, do some port duties, and take a little break. I'll keep the stream up because I plan on doing one more War Patrol, or at least starting one. War Patrols take a long time. They take 4 to 6 hours. Sometimes. Operational news received. What does it say? Two things. One, Princess Elizabeth of England enlists for war service. End. Don't even think about it. End. Asiatic Fleet boats, effective immediately, shift base of operations to Perth Fremantle on Western Australia. This is to the Asiatic Fleet boats, which includes me, but I'm going to dock at Pearl Harbor after a quick stop at Midway. We're going to stop at Midway a minute to refit, unless I judge that I have enough fuel to make it the rest of the way. I've been traveling at a very economical 11 knots. There's another message here from ComSub Pack. It's just a friendly task force is spotted. I wish it wouldn't bother with that. Here's an all messages thing. Can I pick something? Messages received, sent, whatever. I guess it's okay like that. I thought it might have a filter to tell you to quit giving you contact reports. That'd be nice. Okay, from ComSub Pack, a new message. The carrier USS Langley has gone down today in the Java Sea. Be advised, Japanese air forces maintain a strong presence in the area. I actually have the Langley in World of Warships. You know, I like World of Warships because the ships look so good, the graphics are beautiful, but the gameplay, it's not random number generator, it's rigged number generator, it's rigged. And I'm not going to tolerate that anymore. I'm not going to play games that manipulate my experience psychologically. This game, for example, it will get harder and harder as the war progresses, and then it suddenly gets easier because the Japanese are just about destroyed towards the end of it. But that's just realistic, and it does the same thing every time. It doesn't say, okay, it's going to make my game harder, and then John Doe, who downloads a copy and starts playing, he's a noob, so it makes his game easier. It doesn't do BS like that, which I will never tolerate ever again. I think I have enough fuel to make it to Pearl, but I'm still going to dock at Midway. Our ice cream maker's down, and we're out of fresh meat, so... I think the crew would like to get that ice cream maker back up and running. Alright, dock at Midway. Let's refit. Refit complete. Full tank of gas. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's steer south to stay out of these shallow waters. And work our way back to Kaneohe Bay. Course plotted. Get us here, navigator. I'm going to my stateroom. I need some sleep. What does suck is when you're close to a friendly base, all these friendly contacts
Single contact. Bearing.
It still stops time compression to alert you that you've seen a contact. I was like, oh god. And you don't care.
5.
Look at how
Long
jittery this is. If I look at my CPU, it doesn't even scratch it. It's just this game just acts up. And there's this many contacts nearby.
Single contact. Bearing.
You know, I wonder if I can go to my radar station and just turn the radar off. This radar is off. You can see that. That radar is also off. This one I can't turn on. This one's not active. This is the ship radar. I haven't purchased the ship radar yet. It's not available this early in the war. Be advised, imminent Japanese invasion of Java. All nearby patrol craft requested to assist. Just hammering away. There we go. Now we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. There's not a bunch of friendly ships for it to spot and stop my time compression. I can run it at the lower right corner there. You see it's at 8192. It's as high as it lets me go. You know, since I have all this fuel, let's move to standard speed. Come here, buddy. Come here, doggy. Come here. Fix that little hot spot on him. It makes me mad that he did that. It's either a skin condition or he's just... He is a very needy dog. This dog is not like a normal German Shepherd. He's not at all independent. Gotta have a hand on him all the time. He goes where I go. And even when I go potty, he comes right into the bathroom and lays down on the bath rug. I mean... He's gotta have you in sight. Almost always gotta have a hand on him. Slow down time compression here. Let's end patrol at Pearl Harbor, you guys. What a run it has been. I deployed to Honshu and engaged and destroyed enemy merchant shipping. It originally gave me as a mission assignment the task of sinking 10,000 tons. I sank 45,783 tons on that war patrol. Obviously, I shouldn't be playing at normal difficulty, a player of my skill level, because that's huge. There are a lot of submarines in World War II. As successful as American subs were in World War II, there were a lot of submarines that didn't even reach 45,000 tons sunk, and some blew that number away, but still. Lieutenant Commander Richard O'Kane, Commanding Officer, USS Gar, on January 23, 1942, for extraordinary heroism as commanding officer of the USS Gar during the second war patrol of that vessel, the Navy Board of Decorations and Medals awards the Wounded Medal to Lieutenant Commander Richard O'Kane. Was I wounded? His inspiring leadership and aggressiveness are in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Submarine Force. Okay.
The last few months were not good at all for us in the Pacific Theater, as the Japanese invasions progressed at a rapid pace. In Burma, despite the opposition from Allied troops, the Japanese kept advancing and pushing the front line forward, forcing Allied troops to retreat to India by mid-April. In the south, after 6 days of heavy bombing, the Japanese landed and captured the island of Timor on February 22nd. They also got their foot into the Celebes, Sumatra, Bali, and Borneo, gaining air control over the Java Sea and nearby straits. With these elements in place, they were ready for their next target, Java. In an attempt to delay the invasion, an Allied fleet of heavy and light cruisers plus destroyers sailed to intercept the Japanese. For 2 long days, our guys fought with the Japs, but due to inferior numbers and inferior firepower, we'd lost. A lot of good men perished back there, as only 4 of the original 10 destroyers escaped. With the Allied fleet defeated, there was nothing else to stop the invasion. So from March 7th, Java is under complete Japanese control. Our submarine command, that was temporarily located there, has retreated to the port, Fremantle in Australia.
March 7, 1942. Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. So, I think I clicked this phone icon. Transfer not possible. I'll click OK. You are currently assigned to the Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Available options for transfer are, and there are none. Usually you can go there and it'll tell you where you can go. So let's click on my submarine. My renown is 4,000. I would like to get SD radar. Well, I already got SD. I forget what the other one is called. But there's a radar for surface search. It's very, very nice to have. So I've already got a good deck gun. I've already got good AA. There's not much else I can do to improve this ship. And so it goes. Anyway, any cool torpedoes yet? I think we're still playing with these stupid Mark 14s. So we'll grab as many Mark 14s as are available. I definitely don't want these janky little Mark 10s. These things suck. Oh, doggy. What's the matter? Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him some attention, guys. He is so needy, man. I'm telling you. It's harder to take care of this dog than it is having twins. Hi, buddy. Do you need to go outside? Why, yes. He's excited to hear that word. You see, he acted like he needed to go out before, and then he just kind of sniffed around a little bit. I know how bad he needs to pee by how many seconds he's, you know, doing the business. Last time I took him out, about 1.5 seconds, he just gave it a little squirt and called it a day. I'm like, you didn't need to go out. I can keep this dog overnight, 14 hours. And, you know, he just goes nominally, but what it is he fakes like he needs to go out if he just simply wants the attention. And, honestly, I think he's also hungry. With as much running as we did today, the normal food ration, I fed him dinner early, but I figure I'm going to give him another cup of kibble tonight. I'm sure he needs the extra food. I mean, I ran him hard today. He went to the park and I ran. I mean, not just walking with him on the leash, I ran. And he kept right up, he was loving it. It's a very physical dog. Shepherds are very athletic. And on the crew side, there's some promotions that are due. These are kind of a pain to deal with. Go kind of across the top. Engine watch, helm. Give him watch. This one I'll give command. This guy I'll give command. Put this watch out on the damage control team for now. Just a place to put him. I'm going to recruit, do some recruiting. Let's promote this fella here as command. Then move him here. Let's move this gunner here. Let's see who else we can promote. There's a couple more waiting. That guy is torpedoes. And this guy will be torpedoes. Getting some proficient crew, you guys. Wow, the wounded medal. Let me see, which of these guys has got the most experience? They're all pretty much high up there. But this guy already has a patrol star, right? Is that what that is? Yeah. We'll give him the wounded medal. I always pick one officer. Or, you know... And I just kind of give him all of the promotions. So I have one really influential officer. Patrol star. Let's give him another one of those. Can I give him 2? No, I hope I didn't just waste that. And then this patrol star I'll give to this guy here. We got a torpedo officer. No medals, no promotions. How about Harry T. Grady? Bring him on board. So we have another officer here. He was expensive, but I can afford it. This guy's 300 renown. We'll take him. Ah, yes. What a good boy. What a good boy. He's down here kissing my hand and looking at me with, you know, those happy dog eyes. And this dog smiles. He's got his face is going crazy. He's got that doggy smile. He's super happy right now. And it's about midnight. Midnight's about when I like to give him his last little romp. I'm gonna walk him outside, let him go potty. Then when we come inside, I give him his treat. And I have these little pill pocket treats. He just... Because we think, you know, he has an allergy medicine he takes, which, you know, is meant to prevent him from doing what he just did. He took a chunk of his fur off his leg. And then I take him down in the basement. I have a long basement, and I throw his toy. Can't do that outside, it's dark. So I romp with him a little bit, make him tired, so he'll have eaten, he'll have gone to the bathroom, he'll have had his medicine, he'll have had a little romp. The whole thing takes about, you know, 15, 20 minutes. So I'll just let you guys lurk around for a bit here while I do that. So I get that wonderful ad revenue, and then we'll go back out to sea here in a little bit. I at least want to start the next patrol. It's 12 o'clock. This is when I'm scheduled to quit stream. Maybe I should just do that. Because, man, I tell you, I went to bed way too late last night. Gaming until 2 a.m. is a really bad idea. It's messing with my sleep schedule. That's what I'll do. Sorry about the late start tonight. I would have liked to give you guys more action, but we'll begin from right here the next time around. And, yeah, that'll be that. There's also some other things coming down the pike here for the stream at night. This is my relaxation. But there'll be some daytime streams that I plan to do very soon. Here, he's down here whining. We're going to do some iRacing stuff. Some iRacing road stuff I have in mind. Maybe some setup builds if we go to any worthwhile tracks. Bristol I don't give a damn about. And the setup from last year is going to be fine. And, you know, I don't know. How do you make a setup for a track that shitty? Oh. He's being really vocal right now, and that's kind of unusual for him. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go take care of he's being a big pest, and I'm just going to call it because it's midnight. I'm going to discipline myself about that. So I appreciate you guys coming to hang out. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of submarine naval combat. And you guys have a great night. I will see you all tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
you